Swansea City. They obviously lost their key man in Gylfi Sigurdsson, but have they spent that money wisely, and can we see them improving from last season?
I think Swansea have reason to be optimistic. I think Lorente and Sigurdsson, they've lost two of their key players, but I think Tam Abraham will have a good season this year, and Wilfred Boney back as well. Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried, simply for the fact that there's a lot worse teams than Swansea in the league. So I think they'll be alright this year.
Obviously, we've missed Renato Sanchez as well. I mean, that for me explains the calibre that Paul Clement alone can bring to the club.
Do you think he's the right man to lead them this season?
Yes.
Without a doubt, yes, I do, yeah.
Kept them up last year. They deserved another chance alone, and now he's gone to sign Boney and Renato Sanchez, probably two players that Swansea could not believe when they woke up the next day. Swansea City fans.
Yeah, they're looking at players like Mesa as well, from Las Palmas, and obviously Sam Clucas, who you could argue the fee for was a bit exceptional, but you know, if they want to pay that much for him, they've shown a lot of faith in him, and he might come good this year. Yeah.
So even though they've lost Sigurdsson, do you feel their squad is in a much better all-round shape, or do you think that one player can make all the difference for Swansea? How do you think it'll go? Because it has the potential to go either way, I guess.
I think in terms of tactically, we've seen Paul Clement like to get his midfield. They're very hard working in order to get the ball at Sigurdsson, and I think maybe losing a type of luxury player like Sigurdsson, yes, it reduces chances created, but it makes for a much more efficient midfield. And also they've got is it Carl Bartley, who's come back from loan at Leeds. I think he could be a good squad player as well. So I think Swansea will be alright.
Does anyone think they could get relegated still?
Not after deadline day.
I think
there's a chance.
With a chance.
Yeah, they're definitely in with a chance.
Anyone could really, a bit below the sort of established top seven. You can rule them out, but I think they are looking strong. The only thing with Sigurdsson is that he can do special things: free kick goals, long range goals. You saw what he did on his debut for Everton straight away. That's the sort of thing he's losing. But with what they've added in, I think they can get goals from lots of different areas now. You've got a quick striker in Abraham, which I don't think they really had last season. Like a striker.
Well, they had Ayew, didn't they? But
they had who? Sorry.
Jordan Ayew.
He's not that good, really.
He's not a leading striker either, is he?
And you know they'll get a lot of goals. I think in the air. I mean, Bonnie, we know how good he is in the air. Abraham's like 6'4" as well, isn't he? So they'll trouble teams in the air. And I agree with what's been said about them having a hard-working midfield now, a much more resourceful one, and I think they will look alright. I think they'll be a lot more solid. I mean, obviously conceding goals was a huge problem for them last season. I think they'll fix that, and maybe a forgettable season for them, but I think they'll take that after last year and sort of move on from here.
I think Renato Sanchez, Paul Clement can get him playing to how he was at Benfica, then they've got an amazing signing in him, and he is easily one of the best centre midfielders playing outside of the top six in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He offers something a bit more diverse than Sigurdsson as well. He's a bit more silky, better. Well, not better with the ball, but he can do the odd trick now and then. He can take player on. Could argue, very. In a similar sense, I don't want to obviously compare him to Paul Pogba, for goodness' sake, but he is that sort of player. You know what I mean?
That mold. No, exactly. I agree with your point there.
So how would we sum up Swansea then, out of 10?
I think given that they sold their best player, their recovery was second to none. So for me, I think a 7 would be about fair.
I'll give them an 8 because I think they got 15 million for Loriente at 32 isn't horrible pricing, but getting 50 million for Sigurdsson was a great piece of deal business from them, and then I think they signed good players in the end.
Solid 7.
Yeah, I think I'd give them 7 as well.